If you're considering the ASUS Chromebook CM14 and thinking it might be the perfect budget-friendly laptop for work, study, or streaming on the go, you're definitely in the right place. But here's what surprised me. Despite its promising specs and features, this Chromebook comes with some serious caveats that could ruin your experience. In fact, what looks like a great deal on paper turns out to be more of a gamble than a guaranteed upgrade. So before you click buy, stick around because I'm going to break down what really works, what doesn't, and whether this Chromebook deserves a spot in your backpack or just your recycle bin. Ready for some truth bombs? Let's dive in. First off, who exactly is the ASUS Chromebook CM14 for? If you're a student hunting for something affordable to tackle essays, Zoom classes, and Netflix binges, or a casual user who only needs a lightweight machine for browser-based tasks, it seems like a decent contender. Powered by a MediaTek Companion 520, with 4 GB of RAM and 64 GB of eMMC storage, it's supposed to provide enough punch for everyday tasks. Amazon showcases a nice 4.3-star rating, which might convince you it's a crowd pleaser. But here's the catch. A smooth experience isn't guaranteed, and the display and build quality give rise to some noticeable compromises. Let's talk about performance first. The MediaTek Companion 520 processor is an octa-core chip clocked at 2.05 GHz. Sounds solid for the price, right? Well, in real-world use, you'll quickly realize it's in the budget tier. Running Chrome OS mostly means web apps and browser tabs, which are light enough for most CPUs. But when you start multitasking with many tabs or streaming HD videos, expect some sluggishness. The 4 GB RAM further limits multitasking. If you're someone who keeps 10+ tabs open or works with heavier web apps like Google Docs and Sheets simultaneously, prepare for some slowdowns and occasional stuttering. So if speedy performance is your priority, this might not cut it. Now, onto the screen. A 14-inch HD display with a 1366x768 resolution and anti-glare nano edge panel. If you were expecting full HD clarity, you're going to be let down. The lower resolution means things won't look as sharp or vibrant as on higher-end Chromebooks or laptops. Watching movies or editing photos will remind you of those early 2720p YouTube days, pixelation, and a somewhat washed-out color palette. But the screen does have anti-glare technology, which is a plus if you often work in bright or outdoor environments. Just don't expect to be dazzled. Also, the touch functionality and 360 degrees hinge make this convertible versatile for presentations or tablet mode, which is neat for note-taking or sketching with a USI stylus, sold separately. Yet the overall experience feels compromised by that lackluster display. One of the more appealing features is the spill-resistant keyboard with water resistance up to 13 ounces. It's great for those accident-prone moments. You can literally save your Chromebook from a coffee disaster. Plus, ASUS includes an antimicrobial guard on the keyboard, palm rest, and touchpad, reducing bacterial growth up to 99% in 24 hours. That's something you don't usually see in budget Chromebooks and is a clever addition amid current health concerns. It's like your laptop is giving you a gentle hug, saying, "I've got you." However, while the keyboard might help prevent water damage, the feel of the keys themselves is a bit mushy and uninspired, which could be tiresome if you do a lot of typing. Connectivity-wise, it packs Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.3, which means decent wireless speeds and stable connections, a significant upgrade over older models. You also get a fair selection of ports for its class: a USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type-A, 2 USB-C ports supporting display and power delivery, a microSD card reader, a combo audio jack, and a Kensington lock slot for added security. Not bad, especially for a Chromebook priced under $190. So far, it's ticking many boxes of a practical budget machine. But are these features enough to overlook the drawbacks? Hold tight, there's more to unpack. Now, let's shift gears and examine durability and security. ASUS claims the Chromebook CM14 meets the US MIL-STD 810H military-grade standard. These standards reportedly ensure resistance to drops, shocks, and vibrations. In simpler terms, it should survive the everyday rough and tumble of commuting or travel. Meanwhile, the physical webcam shutter is a smart privacy touch that's becoming a necessity these days, reassuring users they're not being spied on via their cameras. And speaking of webcams, the device boasts a high-definition camera with face lighting adjustment for clearer video calls, a blessing for frequent Zoom or Google Meet users. Despite these cool protective and security features, some users have complained about build quality, citing creaky hinges and flimsy plastic that don't quite live up to military-grade hype. So is this Chromebook really tough or just flexing the term? You decide. Here comes the critical question. How long does the ASUS Chromebook CM14's battery hold up? ASUS claims up to 14 hours, which sounds unbelievable for a budget Chromebook. The reality is closer to 10 to 12 hours with normal use, still impressive for this price category. Lighter tasks like browsing and document editing stretch the battery longer, while streaming videos or multitasking bring it down faster. So, if you need a laptop to last through a whole workday or back-to-back classes without plugging in, this Chromebook could live up to that promise. But don't push it to extremes. Also, charging via USB-C is quick and reversible, saving you the hassle in your daily hustle. All right, let's stop for a moment and address the elephant in the room. The ASUS Chromebook CM14, despite its nifty features, has received mixed reviews citing inconsistent performance, average screen quality, and questionable build reliability. A recurring complaint is that the 64 GB eMMC storage feels cramped quickly, especially if you install many apps or download files offline. For a Chromebook, where cloud storage is a norm, this may not be a deal-breaker, but it's a factor to consider if your internet isn't always reliable. Think of it like squeezing your suitcase into an overhead bin. Sure, you can jam it in, but it's going to be a struggle. If you've got multiple users or heavy usage, you might find yourself reaching for an external storage drive sooner than you'd expect. Now, here's a twist. Some customers love this Chromebook precisely because it's no frills and reasonably priced. If you want a clean Chrome OS experience without the bells and whistles, CM14 fits that bill. Others who aren't tech geeks but want dependable video calls, document editing, and browsing found their groove with it. But if you're looking for a machine that impresses with speed, display quality, and future-proofing, this might just frustrate you. So if you're thinking, maybe I'll upgrade later, be prepared that this Chromebook might not keep pace with software updates or more demanding apps in the long term. Thanks to its antimicrobial guard, spill-resistant keyboard, and military-grade recommendations, this ASUS Chromebook CM14 is a sensible pick for schools, families, and those who value hygiene alongside functionality. Just don't expect it to replace your high-end laptop or gaming rig. In fact, it's kind of like a dependable backup singer, not the star on center stage but essential to the overall performance. Let me lighten things up a bit with a joke. Why don't laptops ever get scared? Because they always have windows to hide behind. Okay, back to business. Speaking of business, the Chromebook's 360 degrees flip design is genuinely versatile for presentations or sharing. Students can flip it into tablet mode to take notes or sketch wireframes digitally via the USI stylus, though the stylus doesn't come out of the box. So remember to budget for that extra if you want sketching capability. Here's another fun tidbit. The Android app compatibility with Chrome OS means you can run many mobile apps, enhancing usability beyond browser-based software. Need a quick game break? It's there. But heavy Android apps can also push the limited RAM, so keep expectations realistic. Before we wrap up, here's the last question. Should you buy the ASUS Chromebook CM14? If you want an affordable, lightweight device that handles everyday tasks, schoolwork, video calls, and web browsing with a few compromises, it could be your cup of tea. It's not the flashiest or fastest Chromebook, but it's a budget warrior with some admirable hygiene and durability features. Just don't expect a powerhouse or a gorgeous display. And for the grand finale, let me leave you with one last joke. Why did the Chromebook break up with the laptop? Because it needed more space. Get it? Because of the limited storage. Alright, last one, Why did the ASUS Chromebook bring a ladder? To reach the top of its 14-hour battery life. Okay, I promise that's it. So there you have it, a full, honest review of the ASUS Chromebook CM14. If you want the best price on Amazon right now, check the link in the description below. Remember, no laptop is perfect, but knowing what you're getting into makes all the difference. Whether you pick this Chromebook or keep hunting, I hope this review saved you time and money. Thanks for watching and happy tech hunting.